Good morning and welcome to United Way for Southeastern Michigan's virtual town hall with Oakland County Michigan Works Director Jennifer Llewellyn. My name is Dr. Dershawn Brown and I will be your moderator for today's town hall. Today we will hear from United Way's President and CEO, Dr. Darian Hudson, and then Jennifer Llewellyn will provide us with an update about getting back to work. For those watching live, please leave your questions in the Q&A chat box, which you will find by clicking the question mark in the top right-hand corner of your screen. The last 10 minutes of today's town hall are reserved for questions, and we will do our best to get through each and every one of them. Now I would like to welcome United Way's President and CEO, Dr. Darian Hudson, to share a few words.
Well, good morning and welcome to United Way's virtual town hall with Michigan Works. This is just one installment of a continued series of town halls that we are providing to connect you with the information and resources that you need to weather this crisis. To see our previous town halls on unemployment insurance, childcare updates, mental health, the census, and much more, please visit unitedwaysem.org/virtual-town-halls. The website is also included in the Q&A chat box. As the state reopens and we all look toward heading back to work, we know there are a lot of questions about what that will look like and what opportunities are available to us. We are excited to have Jennifer Llewellyn, the Director of Oakland County Michigan Works, with us today. And before I hand it over to Jennifer, I just wanted to share a little bit about her. Jennifer is the Manager of Workforce Development for Oakland County and the Director of Oakland County Michigan Works. She is a certified career development facilitator and certified business solutions professional with more than 20 years of workforce development experience in Oakland County. Jennifer is responsible for fiscal and program management of more than a dozen federal and state job training programs for businesses, dislocated workers, low-income adults, youth, and structurally unemployed individuals. She is known for her innovative approach to workforce development solutions and recently received the Excellence in Economic Development Award by Oakland County Executive David Coulter. She is a fierce advocate for all of us, not only in Oakland County, but in Michigan, and working alongside her has made our county better and our state stronger. Please join me in welcoming Jennifer Llewellyn to speak with us today. And Jennifer, thank you so much for being here today and being a friend to so many in our community.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Driver. It's a pleasure to work with you and the entire United Way of Southeastern Michigan team. Thank you, Cassie, Amanda, and Dershawn for the opportunity to be here today. And Dr. Hudson and I serve together on a task force for County Executive Coulter, and I'm just inspired by your leadership and your commitment to the community. So we're thankful to call you a friend to the Michigan Works team, not just in Oakland County, but statewide. So thank you. Get started here and share my screen. So a little bit about Michigan Works. If you're not familiar, Michigan Works is part of a national workforce system of American job centers. The Michigan Works system has been in existence for well over 20 years in the state of Michigan, but we have a long history of over 40 years of workforce development programs. In the state of Michigan, there are 16 Michigan Works agencies determined by geographical boundaries as well as population size. And obviously today I'm here to share information about Oakland County Michigan Works, but many of the programs and services that I'm highlighting are available at any of the Michigan Works agencies across the state. Residents, employers, community partners can reach their local Michigan Works office by contacting 1-800-285-WORK and will automatically be connected to the Michigan Works office that is closest to them. In Oakland County, we're fortunate to have 6 Oakland County Michigan Works locations. Those are in Novi, Oak Park, Pontiac, Southfield, Troy, and Waterford. And all of our services are available to the public. At this time, we are available for telephone and virtual appointments only. So we never really closed. We just transitioned from in-person delivery of service to virtual delivery of services. Across the state, there are about 85 Michigan Works locations where employers and residents can receive services. I would encourage you to consider following us on Facebook and Twitter at Oakland MI Works for updates on new initiatives and new programs that we have available. We're most known for our support to job seekers, although 50% of our work is focused on employers and half of our work is focused on supporting job seekers. In light of the COVID-19 pandemic, we're hopeful that everyone will be able to return to their previous job. But the unfortunate reality is that there are some individuals that, may not have a position to return to. So in light of that, we've launched 2 new initiatives. One is a series of virtual career workshops that anyone can take from the comfort of their home on resume writing, job interviewing strategies, how to utilize LinkedIn, which is one of my favorite tools for job search, career transitions, gig jobs, and financial literacy. Later this week, watch for an announcement on a new workshop on virtual interviewing. We're seeing an increase of companies that are utilizing virtual interviews, and there's a special technique to having success interviewing virtually. So that workshop will be announced later this week. In addition, we have virtual resume development and job interview preparation. So please reach out to our Oakland County Michigan Works team to schedule an appointment for resume and interviewing assistance. There was an assumption during COVID-19 that maybe employers weren't hiring or there weren't jobs available, and actually that couldn't be further from the truth. We saw a significant increase in positions in delivery, transportation, IT, social media, website development. So there were some exciting opportunities that were arising during that time. On our website, oaklandcountymiworks.com, we did add a list of employers that are hiring at this time. The state also added this feature to the Pure Michigan Talent Connect, which can be found at mitalent.org. And there are several job opportunities that are featured. And this is just a short sample of them, but there are many jobs available across Oakland County at great employers that are hiring right now. One of our most valuable resources are training funds to help upgrade the skills of unemployed workers or underemployed workers, maybe to enhance your current occupation or help you pursue a new career. We receive about $16 million annually in federal and state job training grants for various populations. So for a worker that might be considering a new career, may need some training in one of the demand fields, we have a lot of growth in information technology, health sciences, construction, and advanced manufacturing. Please reach out to our team. Participate in one of our orientation sessions, see if you're eligible for the program. You'll be assigned to a career advisor that can help you do career exploration, determine what type of training programs are available, and we can help you with tuition assistance, accessing Pell Grants, and other resources to offset the cost of that tuition and earn an industry recognized credential. A few specific training programs that we've recently launched. We have one grant that's targeted specifically at retail workers. Over the course of the last 2 years, we've seen a significant decline in positions in retail, and that was even pre the COVID pandemic. A lot of the big box stores, we heard about Payless and Kmart and many other big box stores and even small businesses that laid off retail workers. So there's up to $4,000 per person of training available to go back to school at the local community college or even a licensed proprietary school to be trained in a new career. We're actually expanding this program into the manufacturing sector as well. So if there's individuals that have been laid off from manufacturing that are considering a new career, they could be eligible for that program in addition. Just next week, we'll be launching some orientation sessions for some CNC machine operator training in partnership with Oakland Community College. We have several employers that have shared interest in hiring CNC machine operators. We have a great program available where we cover the cost of tuition, and individuals can receive CNC operator training. It's important for us to support our partners and target populations as well. So we work closely with a lot of organizations to support the needs of various populations. One program that we launched a few years ago as a pilot, and it was so successful, we've continued operating the program, is our Refugee and Immigrant Navigator program. We have staff designated at all 6 of the Oakland County Michigan Works locations that can help refugee and work authorized immigrants to connecting to various resources in the community, including training opportunities. And we're fortunate to work with organizations like the United Way of Southeastern Michigan, Michigan Rehabilitation Services, various partners in community corrections and returning citizens and veterans to support them with their workforce and talent needs. Just last week, we launched a new partnership with the Oakland Livingston Human Services Agency, or OLSA, great friends of ours, with financial support from Oakland County Executive and the Board of Commissioners to provide free financial coaching to any Oakland County resident who might be in need of speaking with someone, setting some goals, assessing their financial wellness, and putting an action plan in place. As I mentioned earlier, many of the services at Michigan Works are available statewide. This is something that's unique to Oakland County. It's free, it's confidential. Right now it's being delivered virtually. We hope at some point when we reopen our Michigan Works locations that this can be delivered face-to-face. But any individual can schedule an appointment online on our website at oaklandcountymiworks.com. You'll see a tab for financial coaching, and it's just a really, really great resource. I think all of us could benefit from some financial coaching and having that outside perspective on how to set personal goals related to finances. As many of us know, there have been some challenges around receiving unemployment insurance benefits, and the Michigan Unemployment Insurance Agency has had a heavy lift over the course of the last 13 weeks, supporting over 2 million claimants that have filed for unemployment benefits. Pretty early on in the process, we were contacted by the state of Michigan to see if we could support this effort. This is not something that we typically do. We're a partner to the Unemployment Insurance Agency, but of course we were eager to help out the claimants and help them access their benefits as soon as possible. So we do have some limited access to unemployment claims. And this is, again, statewide. There's been about 500 Michigan Works staff that have been identified to support this effort. So we can support individuals with filing an unemployment claim, assisting with some of the fraud and identity holds that are on the accounts. We can assist with login issues, so resetting passwords, user ID, or authentication codes. What we can't help with is if there are Social Security Administration, SSA issues, they'll see that on their account, or other open non-monetary issues, which are around eligibility for benefits and payment eligibility. So the best option for individuals remains the 866-500-0017 number, which is the Michigan UIA number. But for individuals that have some of these other issues that might be within our scope, they can reach out to their local Michigan Works office. As you might imagine, we do have a bit of a backlog. We're getting right now still between 2,000 and 4,000 telephone calls per day. So we appreciate your patience in advance, and hopefully we're on the right trajectory of being able to help individuals obtain that income as soon as possible. We also have a series of Workshare virtual workshops that are available every Tuesday and Thursday to help our employers learn more about the Workshare program. This is a great program that allows employers to retain their existing employees by bringing them back part-time, and they're paid partial unemployment benefits and partial payroll costs, and it saves the employers money and allows employees to ease back into their positions. We've also been pretty aggressive in the last, I would say, 5 years, 6 years around the apprenticeship space. One of my favorite items that we offer is this beautiful Oakland County Apprenticeship book. This is our 5th edition, so it's been around for many years. And this is available on our website, but we also have hard copies available. I think I still have several thousand left. So if you are interested in one of these, please reach out to our team and we can get one in the mail for you. But it features 60 different apprenticeable occupations, including 19 new occupations. And individuals can learn more about where to obtain apprenticeship training, what the labor market demand is, and we're in the process of developing a 2020 to 2022 edition as well. We do have an apprenticeship success coordinator. Each Michigan Works agency has an individual that's responsible for leading apprenticeship efforts. We meet with several hundred employers each year to help them create apprenticeship programs. We've been very successful. The last few years, we've developed a medical assistant apprenticeship program in partnership with Henry Ford Health System. And that's why it's important to watch our Facebook and our Twitter because we routinely recruit for that program. We also have a PLC and robotics technician training program. We partner with WIN, the Workforce Intelligence Network, for an IT apprenticeship program called Apprenti, and then partnership with many, many labor organizations to help them recruit for various apprenticeships through the labor unions. Also, many opportunities around apprenticeship showcase. We had one scheduled for April 23rd to help young people and their parents and families learn more about apprenticeships, and celebration of National Apprenticeship Week. The team's also very committed to youth programs. So each year we host Oakland County Manufacturing Day. Last year we had about 1,200 students that toured 50 manufacturing companies. And My Career Quest Southeast, which was an interactive hands-on career event for about 10,000 high school students from across Southeast Michigan. So we're really committed to creating a talent pipeline for our employers, not just in Oakland County, but across the region. And how do we ensure that we have the next generation of talent as companies grow and expand here in Southeast Michigan. Just last week, we announced our Summer Young Professionals program. And again, this is another initiative that's available statewide across all of the Michigan Works offices. It might look a little different in each area. But in Oakland County, we're targeting 18 to 24-year-olds who have a barrier to employment. And this will cover 100% of their tuition to receive online training and earn an industry-recognized credential as a PC technician, medical front office administrator, pharmacy technician, or CNC operator. The grant funds cover the cost of tuition, a laptop, and there's also a bonus for program completion. So there's more information available on our website. And I believe in the chat feature, you'll see some of the website links that I'm referencing today. But you can go to the Oakland County miworks.com website and you'll see a tab for Summer Young Professionals. It's very easy to apply online for that program. So I know there's a lot of information in a short amount of time, but this is my contact information. Email is probably best right now due to the influx of telephone calls that we're getting, but I hope folks will reach out and either to me or to any of their Michigan Works locations. And I welcome any questions and want to thank the United Way team again for the opportunity to be here today and for their fantastic partnership over many years.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you.
I support the 211 call center a couple of days a week, and I'm so glad that you mentioned that there are employment opportunities available, because I do believe that that's one of the hugest misconceptions, and individuals are looking for employment because many of them, their companies have closed due to COVID-19. So thank you so much for sharing that information, and the resources, as you mentioned, are in our chat box for those interested in looking for employment options. So we're going to begin our Q&A right now. If you have not yet done so, please put your questions in the Q&A box. And our first question here. Hold one moment here. You mentioned most things are being held virtually. So individuals need to do everything online by calling your phone number. They can't visit any of your locations. Is that correct?
Correct. All of our services are available online or by telephone at this time. We're hopeful to be able to reopen our physical locations for services by appointment in the near future. Our number one concern is obviously the safety of our visitors to our offices, as well as the safety of our staff. So we've been working diligently to make sure that the Michigan Works offices are reconfigured for social distancing, that we have the adequate amount of PPE for staff and visitors. And quite honestly, we also want to make sure that the unemployment situation is de-escalated. Obviously, there's a lot of high emotions right now around that. And we want to make sure that our visitors and our staff are both safe.
Okay. Now you mentioned regarding the COVID-19 pandemic, given the severe negative impact of it, it has really been challenging on our economy. So how secure are job placements right now due to that fact?
You know, it's fascinating. You know, as you mentioned, I think that there was an assumption that maybe there aren't job opportunities available, or there's, you know, uncertainty around the job market. But we are hearing from many employers that are still growing, they're still hiring. You know, obviously there are some sectors that have been hit significantly. You know, we've heard from the retail sector, we've heard from the hospitality and entertainment sector. But there are many employers in other areas saying, you know what, I still need help. I need drivers. I need, you know, transportation. I need manufacturing. The demand for healthcare is growing. Information technology. We're watching some of those emerging careers, and we hear about contact tracers and occupations for contact tracers, and what does that look like? You know, Oakland County has just announced a hiring for public health nurses in partnership with some of the K-12 schools. So, you know, we're trying to watch what type of occupations will emerge as part of COVID-19, and then how do we train and prepare that workforce for our businesses.
Right. How will the interviews be conducted? I'm seeing a question here. Will Michigan Works be advising job seekers on how to handle both remote and in-person interviews?
Yes, great question. Just this week, we will announce a new workshop for virtual interviewing. We've had a increased demand from our employers, obviously, that are still eager to hire and still want to, you know, meet with their candidates. And many job seekers are unfamiliar with virtual interviewing. So we've got a great workshop. We hope individuals will participate. Watch our website. You can sign up online. And we have other virtual workshops available as well on resume and other topics. But I'm particularly excited about this virtual workshop on interviewing.
Okay, awesome. Another question, how are trainings being adapted considering the COVID-19 pandemic, especially those more hands-on apprenticeships?
Yeah, that's a great question. We've had a lot of conversations with our community colleges and universities and proprietary schools to get a better understanding of, you know, what does that look like? And, you know, I have to commend them for being really innovative and looking much like many of us did. You know, how do we all of a sudden flip what we've done in person to being a virtual delivery of services. So, you know, many of the training organizations that we've spoke to are breaking up the training, where right now maybe they're taking the portions that can be done virtually and taking that chunk first in hopes that as the pandemic situation improves, that they can then go into the hands-on elements of the training. So the CNC operator training is a perfect example of that, in partnership with OCC, where we're going to start with the virtual components, the classroom components, and hopefully over time be able to add the hands-on portion of the training.
Great. Another question just came in. How can someone find a way to be a contractor if they have completed training?
Is it maybe contact tracer, or I just
Yes.
want to confirm the question. Okay,
Yep.
perfect. Yeah, I know, speaking for Oakland County, that the Oakland County Health Department is hiring contact tracers. So I would encourage you to watch health department websites. I'm not certain, but I would imagine maybe some of the healthcare systems are hiring contact tracers as well. We do anticipate that this is going to be a job that's in demand, at least for the time being, hopefully not too long, but for the time being. So I would encourage you to watch health system websites, the state of Michigan, various county health departments, and other health organizations. I know Honor Community Health, there's a lot of great nonprofit health organizations out there as well. That's a great place to start. And of course, mitalent.org, the state's website, is the primary labor exchange for employment. So that's a great place to start too.
Okay, great. Thank you so much for that information. Next question, are there any eligibility requirements to apply with Michigan Works?
It depends. That's a great question. It depends on the program and the level of service. So, if you're just looking for, basic information on, our workshops, there's no eligibility for workshops. That's open to the public, any age, any background. As you get deeper into some of the services like tuition assistance and other financial assistance, there are eligibility parameters, and it varies. Unemployed workers, there's a certain criteria for laid off workers. There are income requirements in another grant program. But what we encourage people to do is, contact us. Let us know what your need is, what's going on, what's your challenge, how can we help you, and then let us take a look at the grants and determine where we can make you eligible for the program. Generally speaking, when we get into the training funds, the major requirements are 18 and older. We do have a youth program as well, but for adults 18 and over, U.S. citizen or eligible non-U.S. citizen. If you're a male born on or after January 1st, 1960, you do have to be registered for selective service. And then beyond that, the other barriers, so laid off, low income, cash assistance or food stamp recipient, individuals with disabilities. There's a laundry list, but we'd be happy to work with each individual to see if we can make you eligible for the programs.
Awesome. Final question. Can you still collect unemployment if you are participating in the WorkShare program?
Yes, so that's the design of the WorkShare program is the employer applies for that. They designate the employees. The employees' hours are reduced, so maybe they worked 40 hours a week, but now they work 25 hours a week. So they'll receive their 25 hours a week payment from their employer, but then they will receive a reduced amount of unemployment benefits from the unemployment insurance agency. But the WorkShare program is driven by the employers. The employers apply for it and manage that program.
Great. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That's all the time we have for questions today. I'm going to turn it back over to Dr. Hudson now.
Thank you, Dershawn, and thank you so much, Jennifer, for that insightful information. Again, I want to point everyone to the chat box. There's a host of resources and websites available to everyone in case your questions weren't answered today. If you're listening to this and you still need help and you're trying to figure out where to start, 211 is always a good place to start. Our 211 helpline remains open. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we maintain a running list of available services, much like what you heard today from Jennifer Llewellyn at Michigan Works, that you can get connected to support anything that you need. From food pantries to diapers to utility assistance, our team has resources available for you. You can also look up resources in your area by using your zip code and going to our 211 resource database at unitedwaysem.org/211. On the search page, you can enter the resource that you are looking for, and it will provide a list of available supports for you. We have over 1,300 agencies that are connected to our 211, so we're sure that we'll be able to help you get started. To sign up for alerts about our future town halls or to review previous town halls, please visit unitedwaysem.org/virtual-town-halls. The website is also in the chat box. Our next town hall will be on July 1st at 10 a.m. on the topic of supports for older adults with Chiara Clayton with the Detroit Area Agency on Aging 1B, who will discuss resources and services for those adults who are 60 years or older and family caregivers. During this pandemic, we know that families and individuals throughout our region are still struggling to make ends meet. That's why we are asking Congress to provide supports for families in their next COVID-19 relief package. Please join us by visiting standwithunitedway.org. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe, stay healthy, and continue to live united.